Okay, it's time for the sprint race. Yay! I'm joined by the Pedro.
Hello.
Okay, so unfortunately I missed the qualifying itself this morning for the shootout qualifying, but caught up with the highlights. And Pedro, why don't you give us a rundown of who is on the top 5, at least the top 3? Because quite frankly, I was like, whoa, when I saw it.
Yeah. Wait, did you say you want me to give you a quick rundown?
Go for it. Go for it. Whatever you can remember.
Well, I think biggest shock for me in that session was Hamilton getting knocked out in Q2, finished 12th. So he has some work to do if he wants to score some points in this sprint. Then obviously just Oscar Piastri getting his first ever pole position.
Sprint pole position.
Sprint pole position. I think Lando was 2 to 3 tenths up on the delta, but then just got it all crossed up on the last corner. Max had a bit of a moment there throughout the lap as well. Just a lot of lap time deletions because of track limits.
Yep.
A few changes have been made to the track regarding the supposedly problem in the construction of the tires, and they've made those changes 20 minutes before the sprint qualifying started. So in a few of the sections, the track should be narrower than it normally is. I think this starting grid definitely gonna make things interesting for the sprint race.
Yeah, you're quite right. You're quite right. Championship-wise, obviously Max can win the title today. He just scores a 6th, which is 3 points. But to put that into perspective, for him not to be the champion, for the next, what race are we on? 17, 18 now? Something to that effect? Anyway, for the remaining races, Perez would have to win every sprint, every GP, and every fastest lap without Max scoring.
Well.
So the title race it's been over for a while, but the likelihood is Max is going to take the championship today, quite obviously.
Yeah.
And quite frankly, we can hopefully start focusing on some actual racing, because once he's not starting on pole today, he's starting 3rd, isn't he?
Mm-hmm.
For this sprint race. And interestingly, we can see the top 3 have gone for medium tyres. Russell, Sainz and Leclerc have gone for soft tyres. So maybe they're thinking a stop for the sprint race.
I don't know, because they kind of have to play this strategically, because tomorrow there might be some rule changes to the pit stops, and the FIA might require the teams to do a mandatory 2-stop or 3-stop. I can't remember exactly which one of those 2 it was.
Is this on the lines of the tyre degradation and Pirelli going, they might be unsafe to race? Right,
yeah.
Okay.
They said if even with the track changes, if the results they were expecting aren't good enough, they might force the teams to only run a maximum of 20 laps per tire compound, something along those lines, and possibly install as well a mandatory number of pit stops. So we will see.
Okay. I mean, that could be a first. I mean, it always. Hello, Nick. He says, gentlemen.
Hello, Nick.
It reminds me very much of the 2005 Indianapolis Grand Prix, obviously in America, where Michelin brought tyres which weren't surviving the banking there. Which, if no one's aware of it, check it out on YouTube. 2005 Indianapolis Grand Prix. It should come up with the word farcical, or just any other word along that sort of. Just break out the thesaurus for that one. You'll probably find it. Hey, Coolius. And hopefully it's not along those lines, but we'll go from there. Oh, you see Christian Horner and Jos Verstappen in the picture there. Right, sprint time, and it is hot because we're in Qatar.
Yes.
So this
Let me check how hot it is.
Well, this is the business end of the week. Is that Williams going slowly, or is it just Sargent being an idiot? Oh no, they're still forming up. Wow, they're taking ages.
Because I think the top three just shot off into the distance, and then everyone else had to catch up.
Quite possibly. I suppose those medium runners, they want to put as much heat in the tyres as possible, so they blitz the outlet.
Yeah.
And Nick is hyping everything. Hype it away, man. Hey, chef. This is the sprint. So this is we had the shootout this morning, which is the qualifying same format. Right, here we go. Time for lights out.
Okay.
4 lights, 5 lights. I think.
That's a mega start from. Wow, what was that, Lewis? No, George had a mega start there.
So is the Ferraris.
Ferraris.
Ooh, Max has been swallowed up.
Ooh.
Oh, Max has got Hulkenberg.
Oh my god, there's someone off. There's an AlphaTauri.
Yeah, Norris has been put back a long way as well. He's had a terrible start. So Russell's got, was that Russell? Yeah, he's gone up to like P2. Hulkenberg's fallen back through the pack. That's a shame because he was right alongside Max at one point.
Yeah. I don't know who was that AlphaTauri. I'm not sure if it was Lawson or Tsunoda.
We shall find out.
Lawson. It was Lawson.
It was. Looks like he stopped as well. So has he stalled it?
Yeah. Yeah, I think he just got stuck in the gravel trap there. We actually go on board with him. Yeah, he's properly beached there.
Alright, so that'll be a safety car then.
Let me check what happened.
Yep, safety car. There we go.
Oh, we lost control there of the car. I think he lost the rear and then got it all crossed up. Yeah.
So he's spun it on by himself in the pack then.
Kind of, yeah.
Okay,
I think
no
it
problem.
was also the eagerness of, catching up to the rest of the pack, I think.
Yeah, well, that's understandable. I mean, being fair, he's still a rookie.
Yeah.
I mean, he's not even on a full-time drive and he's trying to impress, so he's going to make one mistake. At least all he's done, he's got no damage. All he's done is he's ended up in the gravel on the sprint race.
Yeah.
So that's his first mistake in like 4 weekends, isn't it?
Yeah.
That Ferrari took off like a rocket. Norris was down to P2. And I think by the time he gets to the third corner, he's down to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5th. And then Max gets him as well. 6th. The Ferraris are side by side going for turn 3 or 4.
Yeah.
So Norris had a
Lawson
terrible start. Right, I'm on board with Lawson now.
Had a bit of a slow start. Nice position the car well for turn 1.
Yeah.
And then I think it's here where he just loses control of the car. Yeah.
So he gets close to the back of Hamilton and then... That's a little bit odd. He sort of went one way and overcorrects and then just yeets himself into the gravel.
Yeah.
That is a rookie mistake, but he is a rookie.
Yeah. Lando got so close to taking off part of Max's front wing there.
Yeah. But then Max gets him into turn 2, doesn't he?
Yeah.
You see how much more confidence Max had at that point.
One of the Ferraris was riding the curve.
Yeah, the Ferrari on the right pushes the Ferrari on the left onto the curb. I don't know who's who. Hulkenberg had a bit of it. So Hulk and Norris look like they're the two losers from this. How Alonso didn't lose his front wing between Max and Hulkenberg, I will never know.
True. I was actually looking at that as well. But the thing is, it's worth mentioning as well. Ocon was talking about it, like had a small interview before the start of this race. The right-hand side of the grid has a lot of dust and sand there, so everyone who started on that side of the grid probably struggled at the start.
Which side did Piastri start on, left or right?
Left.
Right, yeah, that makes sense. That's why Norris has fallen back. Alright, oh, here we go. Safety car's over already. That was quick.
Yeah.
Okay, so Alonso's making a move on Norris. Is he going to get him? Yes, he is. No, he isn't.
Gasly got Perez there. The restart. It's right at the back of Hulkenberg now.
Oh dear, poor Perez. I shouldn't laugh, I'm going to.
Fernando, round the outside of... on the inside of Lando. Oh my goodness.
He wants that place. Fernando is on the soft tyre.
Yeah. Needs to make up those... Ooh. Russell.
Oh! Where did that... Oh dear, has Piastri gone deep into the corner as Russell just got him? Ah!
Kind of forced him wide.
Russell's on the soft tyre. Russell's on the soft... He's got the more grip at the moment. The McLarens are struggling on that medium tyre. They're just not switching it on. So even Max isn't particularly doing very well at the moment. The Ferraris were on soft tyres as well, weren't they?
Yeah.
Right, okay, so that's it. It's the soft tyres versus the mediums.
Oh my god.
Whoa, that is a send! That's a Danny Ricciardo move. Do you know,
I was going to say that was Danny Ricciardo West.
Yeah, I'm not sure if that is just super rude and ambitious or
Ooh.
what's going on? Oh,
Sargent.
so that's going to be another safety car if they can't recover that. So he's got a bit loose coming into the right-hander, and he's just not picked up again. And because he smacked on the brakes, he may have dug himself a hole. Yeah, safety car again.
Safety car already. Oh my god.
Oh, that is really bad news for Russell. Well, saying it, there's two things that can happen here. Russell can now cool down those soft tyres and go again, and get those soft tyres to the end. It's only a 19-lap stint. But if he was thinking about a pit stop, that is exactly what he didn't want. Because it's not giving them any time to go for a one-stop race.
Yeah.
So that's two rookies off. Who's next? The other rookie's Piastri, the full-on rookie anyway.
Yes, yeah.
But as we discussed yesterday, we think Joe and Magnussen haven't driven here before, amongst a couple of others. Hulkenberg wouldn't have driven here either.
I forgot to check because like if Stroll missed this GP, then Hulkenberg probably drove in his place since he was a reserve driver at the time.
True.
Let me have a look at the results for that race.
Yeah. But either way, with sprint shootout sprint, whatever it was called, qualifying, Stroll eliminated again in Q1.
Yeah.
So this is Alonso on Norris. We've seen a replay of. So Norris is...
He had a massive moment.
Yeah. So Alonso's there, and it's putting Norris off more than anything, isn't it?
Yeah.
I mean, Alonso has been around enough not to clatter into people on every corner. Oh, who was that?
Ooh.
Oh, is that Gasly or Ocon? That was...
It was Ocon, I think. Was he ahead of Alonso?
Yeah, he just... honey...
Yeah, it was Ocon.
Why is everyone honey badgering everyone today? So yeah, it was Ocon. Didn't see that one coming, actually. Alonso was attacking Norris and then got Oconed.
Yeah. Let's see. So Stroll drove here in 2021.
Oh, apparently Sainz has got a misfire.
Oh?
Apparently they're changing some settings. I remember when they had 2.8... That's what I said, Sainz.
Oh, I understood something else. My bad.
I remember many years ago when they were talking about 2.8 telemetry and they could fix cars from the pit lane, and that was banned. Obviously, that's not a thing anymore, is it? That ban?
Yeah.
It's nice to see an Aston Martin leading, isn't it? Shame it's a safety car. So, 14 laps to go. Can Russell make these tyres last to the end?
Well, I think that the more laps the safety car is out for, the better are the chances for it in that sense. We have seen like extend the lifetime of the tires a lot more than expected in a few races, so
Yeah,
he's definitely got something in him in that regard.
but I think he's going to be under fire from Piastri in the last couple of laps if he tries to go that long.
Probably, yeah. And it just depends as well on how big of a gap he can make, because when the safety car got on track, he was already out of DRS range.
Yeah, he was about 2.5 seconds down the road. Yeah, I noticed that. So yeah, Lawson's just done himself. He's got on the marbles and yeet.
Yeah.
So that's
Stroll was
unlucky.
probably one of the drivers that really benefited these like 2 stops in the race.
Well, let's face it, he can't go much further back. So anyone dropping out and whatnot is good for him.
Yeah.
So Sargent, the more this goes on, the more he's waving goodbye to his F1 career. I mean, it's all very well a rookie dropping themselves off the track, but Sargent's doing it most races now.
I mean, I think it has kind of been like unofficially confirmed that he's gonna stay with the team for next season.
They did say they've said to him what they expect from him. Whether he's meeting any of those expectations is another matter, I think.
Yeah. Because like let's just put like kind of this into perspective. Like the other logical option would be going for someone like Mick or
Yeah,
Lawson.
yeah. Either of those
But
two.
then again, like if let's say if they opt for Lawson, since Mick is kind of out of contention according to James Vance, you put Lawson in there, he stays there for 1 year, so you're just basically developing a driver that's then going to go for a completely like a team that is completely of the family that the Mercedes family.
Yeah.
And they just rather give an opportunity to someone of their own academy rather than perhaps just swing for an option like that.
I guess we'll see.
Understandable.
I guess we will see.
He really needs to step it up for the next few races, because
Otherwise, if he doesn't at least match Albon in a couple of sessions, he's not worthy of being there.
yeah, I was quite happy to see how he did yesterday, actually.
So Sainz is on the right. Oh yeah, Leclerc was the one who ran wide.
He was bottoming out there on the curve.
Yeah, just a bit. And Sainz is the one that is suffering with the misfire, apparently. Okay, so here we go again. Russell's on soft tyres, Piastri's on medium, Sainz, Leclerc, soft, Verstappen and Norris medium. So the top 6 are 3 soft, 3 medium. So we'll see how this goes. Russell's gone already. He's just left. Yeah, he's just left Piastri. I mean, Russell in the media recently has been getting a lot of stick for so many things.
Yeah.
I mean, if it
already.
Oh, okay. So we got Sainz on the back of Piastri. Looks like Sainz has got him down into someone.
Ooh, round the inside. Whoa. Well defended there from Piastri.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, that was... I didn't think Piastri had a hope in hell of holding on to that one.
Yuki got Albon to start.
For 17th.
Perez was fighting, I think it was Hamilton. Hamilton or Gasly.
Okay. So, okay, Russell has just gone out front, so he's going to have to try and...
Yeah.
All he's got to really do is maintain a 5-second lead and get those soft tyres to the end. And he's marching towards 2 seconds already.
Yeah. See, Hamilton is really struggling there.
Yeah, he's in dirty air of the Red Bull. So what's happened to Fernando on Ocon into turn 1? Ocon goes defensive.
I think Alonso
Yeah, yeah. Alonso picks up the slipstream from Norris, and yeah, he gets Ocon into turn 1. Okay.
Because actually, I saw the stats. Aston Martin apparently had the highest top speed out of every team this weekend.
Okay.
Well, I think you'd assume like teams like McLaren and Mercedes and a few others would be struggling a lot more because they had the lowest top speeds. But then again, you're just seeing Russell like off in the distance as if it wasn't too much of an issue. But I guess we'll see a lot better when they have the DRS available.
Yeah, quite right. Which should become available at the end of this lap. Into the next lap. Okay, whoa, do you know what I've noticed? Russell set the fastest lap, but Piastri does actually seem to be catching him in sector 1. Because it was down to 1.4 seconds there for a moment. And it's back up to 1.8, so swings and roundabouts between the two drivers there.
Yeah. Fastest sector 1 for Piastri.
It does seem to be like sector 2 that Mercedes is a lot stronger.
Yeah.
Because now it's up to 2 seconds. Okay. It's just noticing, it's a shame that Bottas is down in 14th because he had a cracking regular qualifying session yesterday. I think he was 9th in the end, wasn't he?
Yeah.
So obviously race pace for those Alphas is not there again. Same as like the Haas really, isn't it, that car? Both potentially good on qualifying, just not good in the race. But we can see Hulk is holding on to 9th, which would be points in the normal Grand Prix. But it's like up to 8th, I think, for a sprint.
Yeah, exactly.
Right. Max has got Leclerc in turn 1.
Wow, Piastri got up to 1 second to Russell.
That was strange.
Yeah. Oh, Perez got Gasly. I know.
Right, so we're seeing a lot of action. Yeah, there he goes. Okay, so maybe we're going to see Piastri coming at Russell. Norris is on the back of Leclerc as well, so we might see that soon. So, okay, Perez, he forced Ocon to go narrow into turn 1 and just nailed him running outside of turn 2 afterwards.
Yeah, that was a good move.
It was.
Oh, in the meantime, Verstappen has overtook Leclerc.
Yep. Look, he has indeed, and he's on the back of Sainz now. So, Verstappen making his way back towards the front.
He's probably going to get Sainz now on the straight.
Yeah. I mean, that Honda-powered Red Bull.
Goes.
Yeah.
There he goes. So, soft runners starting to struggle. They're staying to Piastri.
Yeah. I mean, you can see Norris. Yeah, you can see the medium runners are coming towards them now.
Yeah.
Yeah, Hamilton's got Gasly.
Yeah. What about Piastri? He was. Well, it's down to 1.1 seconds again. Oh, less than a second now.
Right, so, okay, so those safety cars, I think, have hurt Russell and, say, like the Ferraris because their option of even thinking of a pit stop is gone. So, okay, we've seen a replay of Gasly, but taken by Hamilton, but that's like 11th, so didn't really need to see that. Saying that, Hamilton's on the back of Perez, who's on the back of Hulkenberg, so that could be an interesting little battle for 9th.
Yeah, Hulkenberg is
Piastri's on the back of Russell. Okay, so Russell's tyres have gone.
Yeah, I can see that. Yeah, they're probably all running like the salt runners are probably using old salts.
Yeah, those tyres are dead. You can see it already.
There goes Piastri. Simple.
Yeah, he just played the long game.
Well, If Russell can stay within Piastri's DRS, that's probably going to help his race. Oh,
No.
lovely little move there from Lando
No.
on the outside.
Round the outside of Leclerc. Now that's a good sight. Those soft runners are struggling.
Yeah. Oh no.
Perez, Hulkenberg, is that Lewis as well?
Hulkenberg. Perez, Hulkenberg, and
I think-
Ocon.
What happened there?
What happened there? Like, they're not showing half of the things that are going on in this race. Oh, that's a shame for Hulkenberg, mostly.
Well, he was on. Yeah, it's a shame, but he wasn't going to get a point anyway.
Yeah, I mean, still. He was defending well against the... Oh, Perez seems to be quite annoyed that...
Ocon was ahead of Hulkenberg. So has Hulkenberg and Ocon come together and Perez just been captured? Either way, we can now crown Max as the triple champion. Let's move on, because we knew that was coming.
Let me check the onboard.
Yeah.
See if...
Oh, the damage to that Red Bull, that's costly.
Oh, I think it was... So, Perez was alongside Hulkenberg there, and then Ocon just rammed him, basically.
But Ocon was ahead. So Ocon...
I think Checo was on his outside.
Oh, and somewhere... Okay, we've seen a replay of the McLaren overtaking Leclerc. Cracking move from...
It was Hulkenberg.
Yeah.
Oh, I see what happened now. I think you're going to see it in a few moments.
Okay. No, that looks a little more like Ocon.
Yeah, Ocon just moved into
Hulk.
the path of Hulkenberg there.
Yeah. So, yeah. Okay, so freeway
Just
scrap.
selected
Yeah. Hulk got out of it as Ocon swung across the track, and then it's a bit like Singapore 2017, where two Ferraris collected each other after hitting Max. Similar to that.
Let me just say that defensive move from Ocon into turn 1 was a bit suspicious as well. But then he just turned into like Hulkenberg as if he wasn't there.
Yeah. That's a... Do you know what? That was a cracking... Ooh. Yeah, I see what you mean about Ocon on turn 1 now. So yeah, you
That
can...
was a really good move from Hulkenberg, but then...
Yeah. Oh, do you know what? I'm gonna retract my earlier statement. I feel sorry for Hulk now, because he was doing a good one there.
Yeah.
So... Okay, you can't blame Perez for that one at all. How do you feel about that? Is that all Ocon's fault?
I think it's like I don't know if you can really blame Hulkenberg because he was braking to try and avoid that
I said Ocon.
chaos in the first place, and then he just ended up being a victim. So I think that's fully on Ocon.
Yeah, that's what I was
It's
thinking.
too ambitious.
Yeah.
Too ambitious and trying to go for like a move or just trying to take a line that he couldn't really take.
Yeah, I mean, Hulk couldn't vanish there, could he?
Yeah.
So yeah, I think that's squarely on Ocon. Oops.
So 3 safety cars in 12 laps. Well,
It's got to be a record, isn't it?
must be some sort. Yeah.
At least a sprint record.
I don't know what Russell was trying to do there to defend. He just went super wide.
Just
invited Piastri to get through.
yeah, I mean, he might as well just stayed on the racing line. Oh, they've retired Hulk.
Yeah. That's a shame. I mean, it makes sense because if they had to do the front wing change and everything, they were never. Don't think they were going to be able to score points from where they were anyway.
I would have.
Might as well fire the car and save the engine a bit.
Yeah, I would have been tempted to strap on a set of soft tyres and new wing and just go yeet for 5 laps, just for funsies.
I don't know because they probably don't have fresh set of salts, but if they have, they're probably gonna save them for the race.
You know, at this point, They're not going to get points in the Grand Prix. Have some fun on the sprint. Get some good moves for the sponsors and whatnot. It's very rare, I'd say, short-term game over long-term, longevity. Well, bad phrasing. But, yeah, I mean, quite frankly, you can see all the guys in front are struggling. Except for maybe the medium runners. So, if Hulk were to have stayed there, he would have been last. He would have easily got up to, I reckon, Bottas.
Yeah.
No, at least 1 or 2 a lap, every lap for like 5 laps. But hey, at the end of the day, maybe there's more damage to that car than what we can see. Maybe they've got some suspension damage. So,
Probably.
all I know is I would have been tempted to go full send and have a bit of fun.
Mm-hmm.
But again, we're not the ones in control, so never mind. I actually really feel sorry for Nico there.
Yeah. I reckon he could have scored a point or two there because he wasn't too far off
Yeah,
point scoring positions at that point, and
Yeah.
he was definitely looking quicker than Ocon.
definitely. I'll be fully honest, he's completely defied my expectation in this sprint, and I'm happy to be wrong. I mean, it's really nice to see Nico Hulkenberg having a good sprint up until that point.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I'm sorry, that's full on Ocon's fault.
Yeah, that was bad from Ocon.
Yeah, that's got to be a penalty for him and some reprimand points.
Probably. So, already
Oops.
on the second lap, there's a safety car now. This one at least, I think. Am I right in saying that?
Oh, we're about to go though.
Hmm.
So it's going to be 2 laps again before we get DRS.
Okay. Piastri is really trying to pull off the same move Russell did on the previous safety car.
Well, he's going to have to go because he's going to have Max is going to be past Russell quick. We
Yeah.
both know that. So it is now between Piastri and Verstappen. Piastri's got to go.
Look at that! He's almost pushing the safety car around.
Oh, Hamilton's on 20-lap-old medium tyres. So maybe he's just gone, I don't care about the sprint race. I'm going to focus on the actual race.
Well, he's already on the points though.
Yeah.
That wasn't too bad.
Well, 1 point for him. He might get 6.
1 point. 1 point. Yeah.
Yeah.
Not bad.
So I'm going to say Russell, Sainz and Leclerc are going to fall back through the field. I'm going to call this now. Piastri, Verstappen, Norris, 1, 2, 3.
Yeah. Stroll, Joe, and Magnussen put on new sets of softs. That's
Okay, what Stroll? I mean, if he's got any pace in that car, he should maybe catch up to Hamilton. If he doesn't...
got equal softs.
Oh, okay. Not as good as I thought. So, okay, Lando's been attacked by Leclerc. No, he's not.
Oh, he was
Yes,
looking
he
for
is.
it, wasn't he? Oh, we might go for it anyway.
Look, he's got him. Okay, Leclerc's got him. So,
Nice.
those soft tyres switch on a lot quicker than those mediums. We're going to see if they can actually hold on for another 4 laps.
Oh, Gasly got Hamilton.
Oh, thank you, Mandy, for the resub.
Hey, Mandy.
Thank you, sweetie. Good to see you. Okay, so Russell, he's holding on better than I thought he would at the moment. Norris is going to have to come back at the 2 Ferraris if he wants a podium here.
Yeah.
Stroll hasn't made a move on Sonoda yet. That's a little bit surprising.
He's getting close though.
Okay, so that is a cracking move from Leclerc on Norris. He's just
Yeah.
he's got a better exit out of the final corner
Yeah.
and just forces. Okay, so he had to go back for a double slipstream there. But where Norris got close to the back of Sainz, that put him off, and then Leclerc's just taken it.
Yeah. He really boxed Lando.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. There goes.
Verstappen.
Yeah. There goes Max on Russell. Mandy says, "Hi guys. Hope you're both well. Same for you, Mandy.
Yeah.
Always a pleasure, sweetie. How are you doing today?" So, alright, now two questions are, can Max catch Piastri and pass him? Can Norris get past the Ferraris?
I mean, I think it's still possible for Max to catch up to Piastri. Lando as well, he's really close to the Ferrari cars, but I think if the Ferrari cars play this strategically and kind of block him in a way, it's certainly going to make things a lot harder for him.
Could do.
He's right at the back of Leclerc again.
Absolutely true. Otherwise, we've got Hamilton on the back of Gasly. Hamilton's now out of the points. So Gasly's got him somewhere.
Yeah, I told you. You got
Oh,
him.
sorry, I missed it.
I think it was turn 3, I believe.
Okay. Fastest lap from Max. Okay, Max is coming. Here we go. Okay, not.
Look at that. Is he going to go for the move here? On the
Ooh.
outside. I think the move was
Yep.
pretty much
Oh,
done
oh!
before he even got to the corner.
It nearly got signs on the next corner.
Oh my god. That was so close
Ooh.
there.
Okay, now he's going to have to go around the outside of signs again. Okay, yeah.
Oh,
Here we go. Lando's on the move. Next victim, Russell.
Russell.
So, okay, yeah.
Manages to get Russell. It's fair play.
So, okay, then we've got Sainz, Leclerc, Alonso, and Gasly. Oh, no, Hamilton. Hamilton's got back at him.
Hamilton again, yeah.
So,
Albon is close by as well.
yeah? Okay, so the soft runners, yeah, they're great on the restart. They haven't got the pace in the actual tyres themselves. Okay, so Gasly locked up. Okay,
Ooh, massive lockup there.
yeah, that's a flat spot. And here we go, Alonso and Hamilton. Whenever these two get together, it's always sparks. Max is 2 seconds away from Piastri.
If Alonso stays in Leclerc's DRS, that's going to benefit him massively. And actually, he might go for a move on Leclerc before turn 1.
Yeah, and we just saw Piastri set the fastest lap, followed by Max setting the fastest lap, so they're both pushing like hell. Lewis and Fernando.
Oh, up the inside. That's a lovely move there.
And I think I saw Albon getting Gasly in the background.
Albon got Gasly, yeah.
Ooh! So okay, here come the medium runners. Lewis is on the back of Leclerc already. Yeah, the soft tyres are dead. You can just see it, can't you?
Yeah.
Okay, Sainz has gone. Oh, yeah. Both Ferraris outbrake themselves in different ways there. And Albon's on the back of Alonso already.
Yeah.
Lewis is just going on different parts of the track.
Oh.
So this is a penultimate lap. This is a hell of a sprint. Thanks to the multiple safety cars.
Max hasn't caught up to Piastri.
I've noticed. I have noticed. I was looking at that. You might get Piastri's first sprint win.
Could be. Also, Lando is still within DRS range of Russell, but not making much progress. I presume that.
Well, he's gonna.
Well,
We'll see.
Onto the main straight.
Final lap. Here we go.
All or nothing.
Right.
Lando wants to get the podium.
Lewis has got to get Leclerc here. There goes Norris. P3. Hope someone picks up that phone because I called it. Right, Hamilton's got Leclerc. Alonso's got Albon's got Alonso.
Can Albon get Leclerc as well?
Hamilton on Sainz.
Oh my, that was a bit sketchy from Carlos.
Can Albon get Leclerc?
That's what I was wondering. He was close to him.
And Stroll still P13. Sorry. God, he's terrible. It looks like Piastri's going to come away with a win with this one. This is one we've seen least. I really want to be watching Hamilton and Sainz and Albon and Leclerc. Hamilton's got Sainz.
Yeah.
Show us.
Oh, you did?
Show us.
Let me just say, the production, like you've showed us literally nothing of all the interesting moments in this race, apart from the crashes.
Alright, okay, Piastri
There he goes.
Piastri wins his first sprint. Fantastic. Now show us Albon. Please show us Albon and Leclerc. Please. Okay, there's Max, the triple world champion. Nobody cares. Move on.
Yeah, we know.
Nobody cares.
Come on.
Oh, show us 7th and 8th.
Albon is 1/10 behind him.
Oh, come on.
Oh my god. I can't believe
That. Oh, the production.
How did they not show us that? They were literally like 1/10 behind. Like Albon was 1/10 behind. Oh, that must have been like less than. Oh my! I've just seen the onboard. Like if the finish line was a little bit further up the road, Albon would have finished ahead of Leclerc. Let me see the time difference between them.
Yeah, that is actually quite irritating.
Albon finished 4 milliseconds behind Leclerc.
And all they showed us was, okay. I mean, they had to show us Piastri winning. Fair enough. They could show us Piastri winning, clip back to what the others are doing, show Verstappen winning the championship, go back to the other fight, and then go back to Verstappen celebrating.
Exactly.
That's all they had to do.
We've missed all of this action for nothing.
Yeah. I'm happy for Piastri particularly. Do you know what? I'm happy with Max. He deserves championship this year, but we have missed out on some great action.
Yeah. Well, that was eventful.
Good subplot though. McLaren won free.
Yeah.
Mm.
And let me tell you, I'm not sure if we are going to evaluate the drivers like after this, but I'm seeing some massive winners out of this sprint race. 2 in particular are really standing out. Yeah.
Do you know? I think we probably should.
Do you reckon?
I think we should. Let me prepare it.
Okay, so try then.
You have to give me a momentino.
It's a shame that like there were all those safety cars in the end. But
Yeah,
I think the race was quite entertaining nonetheless.
Yeah, I'd agree with you.
Let me just say, production crew, F, straight away.
Yeah.
0 out of 10.
They've done some good things, but they've done some really just god awful things today.
Yeah. Like we've missed so many moves, like especially at the end. If you had seen the onboard of Albon, from Albon's perspective, like we could be screaming right now at how good that that end of the race was.
Well, we were screaming. It's just at the production crew.
Mm-hmm. 4 milliseconds. That's harsh.
Yeah, a mosquito cannot fart that quickly. Well, what more can be said other than cracking race from the top three, really? Even the
Yeah.
Ferraris did particularly damn well on
Ferraris.
aging tyres.
Mhm.
Do you know what? Most of the people that have finished this race, aside from a couple, Stroll, have done very well,
Yeah,
as far as I'm concerned.
I'd say so too. Actually, and even like, I mean, Hulkenberg, one of the non-finishers, really
Yeah,
deserves a lot of credit for how well he was doing.
yeah. We'll get into that. I mean, we'll make this a sprint session of going over it, shall we?
Yeah,
So, I mean, quite frankly, we'll sort this out in a second.
I have the results and the starting positions with me.
Fantastic, because you will be telling me those. We'll have a look at the podium first, I think.
Mhm.
So, yeah, Max, triple world champion, which, if you believe the news,
Mhm.
could be double world champion, because I have a theory. I have a theory.
Mhm.
If Lewis loses his 2008 world championship, Max will lose the 2021 championship.
That would be highly likely, I think.
Yeah. So, for
That makes
now,
sense.
for now, welcome the triple world champion.
Yep, yep,
For
yeah.
now. But
I
that's
mean,
it. Yeah.
you can say all you want as well. It's like, yeah, he hasn't had that much competition, etc. But like, the guy is on the level.
Oh yeah, I mean absolutely. I
No
mean,
one else.
I will make no bones about it. I do not like Max's driving.
Yeah.
However, as a person and whatnot, he's in a car or a sim rig. I do not like his driving. Made it very clear before. But yeah, on a actual performance level, he's amazing. And to
Yeah.
answer Koulios, long story short, is there is a challenge to the Singapore Grand Prix for 2008, which was Crashgate, and how it affected the World Championship. Massa is looking for financial compensation, and there is a theory in there that it could be used to cancel the race, which would give him the World Championship. If that is the case, they will then reevaluate 2021. I mean, it's a political problem. Don't bite my head off. It's a theory.
Yeah.
So we'll see. We'll just see what happens. So yeah, if Massa gets theoretically the 2008 championship, Max should lose the 2021. That would be.
I mean, it would be logical, but
It's logical. It's also a
the way
conspiracy
things
theory.
are.
It's also a
Yeah.
conspiracy theory. So don't bite my head off.
Yeah.
Kudo says, sounds like a mess I don't want to look into in any way. Good choice.
Good choice. Yeah.
Yeah, but Felipe Massa is looking into it, so there you go. In all fairness, that must have lost him millions of dollars just through wages and sponsorship deals alone.
Yeah.
But there's got to be something like statute of limitations and that sort of thing, isn't there?
Yeah.
Or does that just apply to murder? I don't know anymore.
Piastri, what the race that was for him.
Yeah. What a move from Russell on Piastri earlier on, though. I mean, whoa!
True.
I'm not sure if it was strictly illegal, but it was entertaining.
Yeah. Had some very good moments of racing.
Yeah.
Sprint.
I'm going to put this up there saying it's my second or third favourite sprint. We did the one earlier in the year that was really good, and I can't remember for the life of me where it was. I remember it being really good. That and Interlagos a couple of years ago, like 21.
Yeah. That one was one for the history books.
Yeah, it's just like Lewis turning up the engine and going full send for 2 days straight.
It just looked so easy for him.
It did. Do you know, I might want to watch that again at some point. That race. Because that was before our podcast as well. Just before, I think.
I believe so, yeah.
But
yeah, Vettel had a bit of a rough start there.
Yeah. I'm so happy to see both McLarens doing well. And
Yeah.
do you remember when we had the bromance between Carlos and Lando? It's not on the same level with Piastri and Norris. However, they get on quite well, it seems.
Yeah.
And it's so nice to see a team harmonious and actually working towards good things together. But that is the second time that Norris has had to see his teammate win a session.
Yeah.
So I hope Norris can get that first win before the end of the year.
Yeah. But let me say as well, I think, yeah, the relationship between him and Oscar looks quite good from an outside perspective. But I'm not really sure if McLaren builds a car that can actually challenge for the championship win. I think things are going to get heated between those two.
Yeah, always happens. Always happens between teammates.
Because I think as well they kind of have, they are very similar in a lot of aspects, but there are also a few like differences that can really, between their personalities, that can really, make things escalate quickly.
Is that Mohammed bin Salim, the FIA, the F1 president?
Yeah.
Hang on, what? Okay, he's the FIA president, and Dominicale is the F1 president. Something like that, isn't it?
So, yeah. F1 CEO or something like that.
Yeah. Right, should we get into the sprint? Where are we going to put this? Sprint, sprint ratings? Sprint ratings, we'll call it sprint ratings.
Yeah.
Go, let's do this. Right, so, okay, I am about ready. Let's do this. Okay. Right, should we do it in...
Sorry.
We'll do it in positions. So, if we do work from the bottom up, who finished the race?
Yeah.
So, including the non-finishers. First one out would have been Lawson.
Yeah, I think we're not going to rate him really because he had crash at lap 1, like turn 2 really. So.
I am going to rate him because he took himself out.
Okay.
So I'm going to give him a D straight off the bat.
Okay. It's understandable.
Yeah. Bear in mind this is a picture of De Vries because it still hasn't updated itself. So I will change that later. So Lawson, D, move on. Next one.
Yeah.
Sargent
started P20, finished P19, and obviously just crashed out in lap 2.
So, same again?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sounds about fair.
That would be... Who is... Where the hell is he? There he is. Right. Okay, next one.
Perez, P18, started P8. Obviously was just a victim of Ocon, which
I'm going to be generous and give him a C because we didn't really see much from him.
Well, he did do a few moves on people like Gasly and stuff at some point.
He also went backwards a lot as well, so there was a lot of...
went backwards a lot. That's what I was thinking as well. So
yeah, he's not out for his own fault this time.
yeah, whilst he was out not for his own fault, he wasn't doing exceptionally either.
Yeah. Happy with that? See?
Yeah. Yeah. Happy with that.
Cool. Next one.
Then we have Ocon, started P10, finished P17. Obviously took himself, Perez, and Hulkenberg out of the race.
Yeah. I was ready to give him a good-ish mark through his racing until he yeeted two people off the track.
Yeah.
He was doing well, and then he drops at least 2 or 3 grades.
I'm kind of tempted to just put him in either, the D rank probably,
You think D?
or
Okay.
E even. I don't know.
I think he took 2 people out. I think it's cruel to give Sargent and Lawson the same rank as someone who...
Rating is in.
Yeah. So, we're going to go with that. I don't think it's an F, because he made one mistake, but it did result in 3 retirees. So...
Yeah. Not until then he was driving relatively well, as you said, so I think it would have been unfair to...
Yeah, I mean, he hasn't... Yeah, anyway. Next one.
And we have Hulkenberg, who started P7, finished P16, obviously retired through no fault of his own.
I'm willing to give him a B at least.
Honestly, I could put him either like top of C plus or B.
Cool.
I'd say.
Well, we'll go with that one then, because he was driving best I've seen him all year, really.
Yeah.
So okay, next one.
Then Zhou Guanyu started P15, finished P15.
C minus, move on. No incidents, no nothing. Finish restart despite people dropping out. No incidents. Fine.
Yeah.
Cool. Next one.
Kevin Magnussen started P19, finished P14. Obviously, he only made up a position technically, so haven't seen much from him as well.
C minus as well. It's the same as Joe.
Oh, yeah.
It's the same as Joe. So, next one.
Stroll started P16, finished P13.
Same again.
Yeah.
Didn't see him, and I would be willing to give him a lower rank because I know him, Joe, and Magnussen all put on fresh tyres towards the end, and they still didn't move forwards. But we didn't see them. Just stick him there and move on. Next one.
Yuki Tsunoda started P18, finished P12.
C.
Yeah, I think he got a little bit tangled up at the start there, which didn't help him. It was P19 at some point, so...
He has gone forwards
there
at least.
were a lot of retirements, but I don't think he did anything wrong.
Yeah, and he has gone forwards at least. Okay. Next one.
Valtteri Bottas started P13, finished P11.
C as well?
Yeah. Once again, just did nothing wrong. Dakar, you can't do much more in Dakar, can you?
No, not really. And he stayed out of trouble.
Yeah.
Alright, next one.
Pierre Gasly started P11, finished P10. He's one of the soft runners. Well, I'm not sure about yourself, but I think this one is a little bit tricky to judge.
Yes.
He was driving quite well. He kept helping up quicker cars.
Yeah, passing
But
quicker
I think
cars.
with him being on the soft tires really hampered him.
Yeah, he needed to be on the mediums. I'd be tempted to give him a C plus because we saw good action from him, and again he's kept it clean. He's gone for overtakes, then been overtaken, so he's been good on restarts.
Yeah, he did overtake Perez a few times. He was scrapping with him for a long time.
And Hamilton.
Yeah, and Hamilton.
So okay, I'm happy with that. This is good from the Frenchman.
Yeah, I was gonna say, could you argue bottom of B, but then again, I don't think he did as well as... Well, he did make moves, but it's kind of... The car isn't as bad, like Hulkenberg is in a much inferior car and is still...
Exactly what I was thinking.
I agree with the C+. Yeah.
Alright, next one.
Fernando Alonso started P9, finished P9. Was another one of the drivers that was on the softs.
So I think it's C plus again.
Yeah.
I think he did well. He positioned his car well. He's been very good, but the tactical decision to go to softs rather than mediums hampered him, and he didn't make as good a benefit of the soft tyre on the restarts as the other drivers. Solid, but not great.
Yeah.
Cool. C plus. Next one.
Alex Albon started P17, finished P8. Might I add 4 milliseconds behind Leclerc?
Sod it, give him an A.
Absolutely.
Yeah, so I'm not even. Just give him an A. And
Yeah.
he's doing miracles in that car, and he was fighting the Ferraris.
Yeah.
Next one.
Then Charles Leclerc started P6, finished P7. Was one of the drivers on the softs.
I'm willing to give him a B. Because he was dicing, he was having a good race, a clean race, taking opportunities away from Norris and all the other drivers, and almost got signs a couple of times as well. I'm willing to give him a B.
Yeah. And yeah.
Cool. Next one.
Carlos Sainz.
What's your
started P5, finished P6. Also on the softs.
Your thoughts?
Kind of the same as Leclerc, really. Even though he had that moment at the start of the race on which he sent Leclerc onto the curb. But I think he kind of redeemed himself by boxing off Lando and allowing Leclerc to overtake him.
He's showing how smart he is. Or very least lucky.
Yeah.
The more he drives, the more he reminds me of Prost. Just not the quickest guy in the world, but he's a thinker. So
he's definitely got a lot more consistent this season.
Yeah.
I think.
I'm happy to agree with you. B as well.
Yeah.
Okay, next one.
Well, Lewis Hamilton started P12, finished P5. I think that was a very good race for him. Again. Had a few moments at the start.
Not the most
A
dramatic.
little bit slow. Yeah. I wouldn't say it's his best race. Like, he struggled a lot at the start with the safety cars. He was struggling to make the moves. But once that initial stage passed, he started to climb up the grid.
Even on the oldest tyres on the grid. So
Yeah.
I'd be willing to match him, if not slightly better than Hulkenberg. I don't think it's an A.
Yeah. Oh, definitely. I would give him an A.
Yeah. Happy with that?
Even though he made up 7 positions.
Yeah. Okay, I'm willing to match him with Hulk.
Yeah, I agree.
Cool. But
It was a solid enough performance to give him a B, with just not quite the A because of those first restarts.
Yeah. Do you know what? I'm going to just move him ever so slightly ahead of Hulk because he's done more overtaking and whatnot. But king of the bees.
That's fair.
King of the bees.
That's fair. Yeah.
Right. Next one.
George Russell, P4, was leading the race for a few times. Was on the softs. I'd say it's a B at the very least.
I'm willing to give him an A for being ambitious, accurate, and there's no other A. I can't think of another alliteration. But generally speaking, he's the only one to make those soft tyres work, even if they didn't in the last 2 or 3 laps.
Yeah.
But I would be putting him up there. And that was good. I mean, especially after Singapore, when people are criticising him to high hell, which I get. But that was a good one.
Yeah, I really enjoyed watching him race today.
Cool.
Very solid.
Next one, which I happen to know, is Norris.
Norris, P3, started P2. Also, as well, he had a very, I wouldn't say a very bad, but had a difficult start to the race. Was struggling to make up places after the safety car restarts, but once he got going,
yeah,
I think he set the fastest lap.
Oh. I don't think he was very good defensively today. Very good offensively, but he's allowed the Ferrari through a couple of times, at least. And he was lucky he had the right strategy going. So I'm going to say ever so slightly better than the Ferraris behind Hulk.
Yeah.
You happy?
I agree. Yeah.
Cool. Good race, but could have been better. Right, next one. Max Verstappen.
Started P3, finished P2.
Had a horrible start, though.
Yeah, had a bad start.
Still with the fastest car on the grid.
Yeah. I don't think he did anything wrong, but it wasn't as spectacular as...
Yeah.
Yeah, because... Yeah, that restart really hampered him, I'd say.
I'm going to say it's also a B. I don't think it was an A. I do not think it was an A.
Yeah.
It's cool and calm and collected, but it was not... It was not special.
Yeah, definitely wasn't.
So I'll match him with Lewis and Hulk. I mean, he also did have a bad start. So I know I'm focusing a lot on the negatives here, but he did exactly what he had to do, but it wasn't... He won't be making all the highlight reels for that race. I mean, it will be going down to the ones we've missed.
Definitely.
So, you happy with that?
Yeah, because then again, he still had to get through the pack to, get back to the podium. But yeah, as you said, I don't think it was one of his best performances ever.
Yeah.
But yeah, as you said, just was efficient, just did what he needed to do, really.
Yep. Okay, last one. Piastri. Cracking day for Piastri, taking the shootout pole, taking the win here.
Yeah.
A star or A?
Ooh.
He did get surprised by Russell.
Yeah, his first actual start was quite good, but then when Russell got ahead of him at those early stages, he was struggling to catch up to him. But then again, the medium started working. He was doing well, keeping, managing to keep Max behind, even if just for a few laps. Obviously, he had Max directly behind him for a few of them.
Held off Max, which is no mean feat.
And we need to have this into consideration as well. He's a rookie. He's never driven here before.
Ooh. In
his career, so I think that plays a massive factor in all of this. He beat Lando, which
yeah.
Those who have been quite matched up throughout the season, but I'd say this one was a really strong performance from him. So I think he's really worthy of an A or an A star, really. Which one of those to choose?
With what you've just said there, being the fact it's his first time at the track, the fact he's held off Max, he's been a victim of the medium tyre taking longer to warm up.
Yeah.
But he's been sensible, he's been very calm and patient.
Yeah.
But then again, it's not been spectacular, it's just been correct.
Yeah.
I mean, he's done kind of what Max has done, but also he didn't have a terrible start. He's held people off.
He actually had a very good start off the line.
Exactly.
But then, just Russell caught up to him relatively quickly.
On those soft tyres, yeah.
I don't know. It feels like, giving an A feels right, but then again, so does giving an A star, really. I think you can have an argument for both grades. Like, it feels unfair to. Who did we put in A?
Albon and Russell. Albon and Russell. I'm leaning towards an A, but king of the A's.
Yeah. Okay, I can agree with that.
It even sounds harsh saying it, but I
that thing.
But to go back to 2021 again, that Interlagos Grand Prix, I think Lewis came from 10th to 1st. That's an A star.
No, the sprint race.
In the sprint race, he went from 20th to I think 5th, and then had a 5-place penalty and started 10th, and then the Grand Prix went from 10th to 1st. That's an A star.
That's definitely an A star. Yeah. But then again, if you put that as a pattern,
yeah, I mean that is a double star, if anything. Other races this season we've had Carlos Sainz holding off Russell and Norris at Singapore by using DRS. That's an A star. Yeah, I think I'm talking myself into it. I think I'm talking myself into an A, but it's not super exceptional, but super professional.
Yeah. Yeah, it was. I think it was a really mature drive from Piastri. Doesn't even feel like he's a rookie.
No, no point. No, at no point has he done anything stupid. I mean, we've got Lawson, who's in his 4th Grand Prix, who has taken himself out. Piastri's done that at no point this year. Sargent, after the same amount of races as Piastri, has taken himself out again. Ocon's yeeted himself into the side of a Red Bull and Hulkenberg. Piastri is not making these mistakes. And the closest he's had to DNF crashing was him and Lando at Monza coming out the pit side by side to each other. And they tapped. That's it.
Yeah, he's only had, I think, 1 or 2 crashes in quali, but that's it.
I mean, even Perez, Max, they all do that. We've seen Hamilton do it. Yeah, they're all going to lose a front wing every so often. So, okay, all right, I'm going to repeat what I said. Piastri, king of the A's.
King of the A's.
Not exceptional, but super professional, super deserved. So, if he'd had to overtake a couple of people to the win, that would have been an A star. But he's just done exactly what he needed to, and we've done the same to Max. Yeah, but dying tyres. But he's done. I mean, we've given Max the same reasoning throughout the year. Whenever he's won a race, we've always said he's got the fastest car. He's only overtaken 2 people on dying tyres to get there. So, yeah. Apply the same logic. The McLaren's the 2nd fastest car out there, and he's done beautifully. No faults at all.
Yeah.
Cool. And with that in mind, I think we should call that the end to the podcast and be back for the pre-GP later.
Yeah.
Which we're going to be racing around here, and I'm going to be trying not to stack it like Logan Sargent. So, but if it all goes wrong, I'm going to be pushing my mechanics out of the way like Stroll. And what else will I do? I'll think of something else. Yeah, not taking out 2 people at once like Ocon. I promise nothing. On that note, I'm going to say thank you to you, Pedro.
Yeah, thank you for allowing me to be here, as always.
That's always my pleasure. And thank you to all for being in chat. Thank you for Mandy for the resub. And we'll be back for the pre-GP later on tonight, which will be at about 9:30 UK time. And tomorrow for the Grand Prix, which will be probably about 5:45, we'll be going live. And it's going to be either me and yourself, Pedro, or depending on what is going on with Sarah, we shall see what happens.
Yep.
So, and on that note, it's been a pleasure. See y'all later, and thank you very much.
Yeah.
Bye.
Laters.